Hi guys, it's Dakota. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to get right to it today because there's a lot going on. I have been asked to do not just a prosperity spell, but this is a spell for a new business venture. It does have to do with prosperity, but it also has to do with success and the new business venture. Now, the client that asked me to do this, I have been working with now for a couple of months, on and off last couple of months, because I'm not going to just put together a spell, wham, and it's done. I wanted to know the ins and the outs, like, what exactly are you looking for? Because if this is a new business venture, then we want it to be successful. And they're talking about actually, and it's a she wants to quit her job. She wants to quit her full-time job and do this as her full-time business. And I think it's absolutely fabulous. What she's been doing so far is really awesome. And it does have to do with the, I don't know, spiritual, metaphysical, witchy kind of realm. And, but that part we've discussed, that I won't be mentioning that. But because of everything that was combined, I asked her if I could share the spell. And of course she said yes. However, this spell is I'm not showing you everything. I have left out some of the items. I've left out some of the ingredients, some of the ways. Of course, her words that she's going to say, the things that she needs to do on her end to connect with the energy. All of those things I'm not going to be showing. And so that leaves, but I'm going to be showing you enough that this will get you started if this is something that you like and you think you might want to try. Okay, so a couple of things before I start. I'm going to look at my notes. I'll be looking over here because I want to make sure I don't forget anything, because on the way out here I thought I had everything with me, and I get here and I got all set up and I realized that I didn't have everything. I had forgotten some of the herbs that I'm going to be using, and so I had to go back over to the house and get the herbs, and so I'm going to look at my notes to make sure that I don't forget anything. Okay, so, all right, so when her and I sat down, and this is using candle magic along with other elements that you will see. And so this was a new business venture, and of course she needs it to be successful because she wants it to be her full-time position, her full-time job, something that she does as her full-time job. Now there's things that go with that are going to be lacking compared to the job that she's doing now, because her job now, full-time, she gets paid well and she has benefits. So starting this new venture, it's always scary because this is going to be her own business. There's no benefits. There's no calling in sick. There's no sick pay, no vacation days, those types of things. And if you work for a company that does that, and you hate the company, always think about those benefits, because I can tell you that I don't have benefits at my store, and I don't have medical benefits at my store, and when I don't feel good, I kind of usually have to go in, if it's slow and I want to leave early, I can't do that. I've got to stay for the full day. All right. So anyway, we decided that I was going to go ahead. I wanted to show you what we're doing and what it's about, so that you can kind of get an idea of how this is going to manifest. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, and I'm going to move my candle or my camera down, I think. Let me make sure. Yep. I'm going to move it down, and I'm going to keep yapping. There's a lot to do, so here we go. All right. You can see some stuff here. I'm just going to set that to the side for now. So here I have my mortar and my big pestle, and the first thing I'm going to do is what I want to add. I hope this will work. I'm going to try one just to make sure. Let me get one that's not quite so big. All right, this is just a little bag of some citrine chips. Citrine chips. And citrine is real. I'm going to do this down on my lap because it'll mess up the camera. Oh yeah. Oh yes, indeed. Oh yeah. That grinds up pretty good. All right. So citrine is really good for prosperity, and make sure it's not messing that up. And because it's gold, yellow, and that is the color of money. And so I just wanted to add a few. Let me see if I can get these. Let me put you on pause, and I'm trying to do it on my slate. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. Can you see it in there? So I ground up the citrine, and not all of it. I still have a few pieces left because that was really hard to do with the mortar pestle. I got the smallest pieces I could find, but you could do that probably if you put them in a like fold over a paper towel or something and take a hammer and smash them to get a finer powder. I just could not get some of those, but that's all right. Okay, so that's citrine, and like I said, citrine is yellow, the color of gold, and so that represents one of the properties is prosperity. All right, so that is going into my mortar and pestle. The next thing that is going in here is what we're trying to do is we're trying to manifest these things that she is looking for. She's looking for the new venture to be successful, to be profitable, and you know, so, and like I said, there's a little bit of spiritual stuff that's going on with it as well. Let's put it to you that way. So this is dandelion. I've got dandelion root here, and I'm putting that in here in my mortar pestle, and I'm going to put in, I'm going to take that out because it's a big root. All right, I'm going to put in, I put in 3 pinches. You know me, I like to work in 3s. All right, so dandelion helps with manifestation. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to manifest this business venture. We're trying to manifest the success. We're trying to manifest the prosperity, good clients, that type of thing. All right, so there's your dandelion. That's going to help with manifestation. All right, the next thing we're going to add is lemon balm, and lemon balm is good for success. If you plant lemon balm, bees love lemon balm. They love it. And if you plant it around their hives, or it's even said if you do beehives, even if you take some lemon balm oil and kind of rub around the hive, it'll attract more bees. Now, I don't know about that, and here's my thing with that. Unless it's right from the leaf itself, don't buy lemon balm oil and try to put oil on your beehive. I don't think that's a good idea. So, but you can certainly plant lemon balm around your hives or just around your gardens. The bees love it, and and you know, lemon balm is fire. That's the element, is fire, and fire is about our willpower or our will, and our passion and our drive and motivation and all of that. So she definitely needs that. And also, you know, the bees are pollinators. Bees are attracted to the lemon balm, and they're pollinators. So they spread it. Get it? They spread the wealth. So that's why we're using lemon balm. All right. The next thing that we're going to use, let's put the chicory root in, because you know there's an obstacle. Well, the obstacle is she doesn't have the funds to just quit her full-time job and get this started up. That's sort of an obstacle, but we don't want to remove that right away. So what we're doing with the chicory root is we're just asking it to open the doorways, open the pathway to success, and to you know, just if there is an obstacle that is in the way, that is not serving the highest good of this business, to go ahead and remove that. So we're going to use the chicory root, and chicory root is air. So we have put in fire with the lemon balm, and we've put in air with the chicory root, and with the dandelion as well. Okay, the next thing we're going to put in, and this is one of my favorites. This is called, well, I probably am not going to pronounce it right. It's called chinkfoil. It's easier to say five-finger grass. It's called five-finger grass. And the reason they call it that is because the leaves have 5 points on the leaves. The leaf is 5-pointed, much like the pentagram, 5 points. And each point represents something on the leaf. 1 point represents money, 1 represents health, 1 represents love, power, and wisdom. So money, health, love, power, and wisdom. And I thought that was an incredible thing to add to this little herb mixture here. I love the money. You must stay healthy, and you must have the power and the wisdom to create this success. You have to have the wisdom to know how to make this manifest, and so we put that 5-finger in there. Okay. All right. The next thing that I'm going to add is this is gold. I call it, it's lodestone food, but it's gold. They call it gold sand. It's magnetic sand. So if you have a lodestone, a real lodestone, it's like a magnet. You can see little fuzzy magnet stuff on it. Remember the little faces that they used to come out with? If you're real young, you don't, and you had a little pencil and you would draw the beard on the little man with the magnetic stuff. So this is the gold, and this empowers our spell to draw in success and money. And so with this, even though I am not using a lodestone, I am just, if I can get it out, I am just going to use, I'm going to go ahead and use the 3 pinches. They're just small little pinches in between my fingers of the lodestone gold powder. It's magnetic sand. Magnetic sand. All right, and let's get this stirred up. Kind of want to get that those herbs ground a little bit. Let me pause you out here. Okay, so I've ground it all together. So I have my citrine. I have the dandelion, the five-finger grass, the lemon balm, and the chicory root, and the lodestone gold powder in there. And so what the ingredients that I've added so far is about manifestation, wealth, money, success, the drawing too with that lodestone. Okay, so I've grounded pretty well all together in there. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my parchment paper, because I'm using my slate as always. I love my slate. If you don't have slate, if you've never tried it, you really should. You really should. It's the most awesome thing ever. I really do love my slate board. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do before I move on to anything else, looking for my lighter. All right, I have here 5 tea light candles. 5 tea light candles. And what this one has already been dressed. I dressed this one. It's been a while, but because I make these for the store. Well, past tense. I made these for the store. I hope to start doing them again. But anyway, this one was for prosperity. I just happened to have it in the store, and I thought, oh, good, yeah, I'm going to use that. So it's already been dressed, but I'm still going to do something to it. So what I'm going to do, and these have not, these are just plain white little tea light candles. So what we're going to do is this, I'm going to take this is a screwdriver. I've showed you before. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to heat. I'm just going to heat the tip of it here a little bit, and then I'm going to just poke while it's hot. Oops, I split that one. I didn't mean to go down that far. Be careful when you do this. I just split that one. Hopefully I didn't split it too far. And I'm just kind of drilling 3 little holes in each of these. What the holes are for is to, I'll show you here in a second. Let me heat this again real quick. It doesn't have to be red hot, just enough to get into the wax a little bit. Ouch, it's hot. Okay, I'm not going to do this one because, like I said, it's already been done. So there's my candles with their little holes in it. And I'm just going to drop some oil. This is, I'm using tobacco oil. Those of you who know me know that I use tobacco for just about everything, as well as chicory root. And so I decided that I wanted to use the tobacco oil on these, mainly because this has a really nice little dropper. But you can use a, I'm just putting 1 drop in each of these holes. No, didn't get there. There we go. Just 1 drop is all you need. You don't need to douse it and, do all of that. But just one, I'm just putting 1 little drop of oil in these. What I'm doing is dressing my candle. Even though these are tea lights, they have a purpose. They're going to have a purpose. All right, and I'm just going to set these aside because we're going to set them up in a minute. I'm going to set those aside. All right. Okie-doke. Hope I'm not going too fast. The next thing we're going to do is I am going to dress these candles. I have chosen 3 candles. Green for the prosperity, because her venture has to do with some spiritual stuff, I'm just going to say that. I've chosen purple because purple is that, you know, it's that spirit, it's a divine, it's communication, it's all of those things. And then I was going to use red for will. But the thing is she's already got the will. She's already got the passion, the desire, the motivation. I mean, this has already been going on. She's already doing it. She just needs that extra little encouragement. And it's sort of like to spread the magic out and about out there to the universe, and to bring in more support on the business. And so I chose yellow because for whatever reason, yellow spoke to me today of success. It just felt like digging in a mine and finding a big block of gold. That's what it felt like to me. So that is why I'm using yellow today. Okay? And you may have your own opinions on that, and you're welcome to that. That is how I felt, and I may not feel that way tomorrow, but that's how I felt today. I've got my honey. This is honey. I'm using honey to dress my candles because honey sweetens the pot. Honey sweetens the pot. So I am using honey to dress these candles. And like I said, these are not hers. I am just showing you. Hers has already been done. But this is similar to what we did. And as you know, I did not, or as you can see, I did not inscribe on these. I'm going to tell you why here in a second. Alright, so there is the honey, and I put the honey out towards the end of the wick, because what I want to do is I'm sending out that intention. I'm sending out that intention of money, of success, of health, of love, you know, pouring into her, support, power, wisdom, all of those things. This is going out to meet those needs. I'm washing my hands. Got my little bowl of water here. Get that honey out for me. All right. Still going to be sticky. Hold on. I think I dropped something. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, sorry about that. I have this piece of yarn and the fan blew it onto the floor. So if you remember when we did the element ritual series and we bound the element candles together, and I used a red thread. I wanted to use a different color, but all I had was red. Well, this one I decided to use this yarn, and it's multicolored. What I like about it being multicolored is that I feel that it covers all the aspects of what it is that we're trying to achieve in her spell. All right, and so what I'm going to do is, this is really sticky, guys. I am going to bind these together 3 times around, and I'm going to tie it in a knot. Now, let me just tell you, I am using yarn. You will, if you decide to use yarn, you are going to have to be extremely vigilant with watching these candles, because you know the string, it just burned right through. But this yarn, it could catch on fire. I am going to trim these after I show you today. I'm going to trim those down. But there you have it. I just bound them all 3 together. Okay. Wash my hands again. I've asked my husband to put in a little sink for me in here in the witch cottage, and we're going to just use like a rain barrel. And so gravity, we'll put the rain barrel up on a little stand, and we'll be able to fill it with the hose and if there's not enough rainwater. But that way I can have some water to kind of wash my hands and stuff, so that'll be a lot easier. All right. Okay, so I didn't inscribe on these because what I have here are the remember I talked about the 5-finger grass and that there were 5 points on the leaves? Well, I've got 5 bay leaves here, and I have my intentions written on the backs of these 5 bay leaves. So I didn't feel the need to put them on the candles. I just put them on the bay leaves. And we are ready to move to the next phase, I believe. So I'm going to put you on pause, and I have to readjust the camera, and I'll be right back again. Okay, so what I've done, I've set it up, and all of the quarter candles, the little tea light candles are lit. Are placed, and I'm lighting them now in their positions. I took cinnamon, and dusted them with cinnamon. Should do this before because it'll spark up. And cinnamon is fire, and it helps speed things up. Around the base, all around here, I added patchouli. Patchouli is earth, and so patchouli is earth, and it's all about money. I picked some clover, some white clover on the way over here. Even though it's not 4-leaf clover. And now I've added incense, resin for prosperity, and I'm just really letting it smoke and really sending that energy, really sending it up into the universe. In the back here is the Seer, S-E-E-R card from the Wildwood Tarot. And if you look at it, she's surrounded by the 4 elements. And she's got a set of runes on her staff. I'm just going to leave it back here. I've got 2 Lemurian point crystals pointing into her energy, and then also surrounding it is it's called calligraphy stone. I don't know if that's the actual real name of it or not. I want to keep this energy going. But she's got ruins on her staff, and the seer has the ability to, to balance our emotion, our intellect, and our willpower, and therefore positive execution of your will manifestation with commitment results in the material effects that you are trying to achieve. So when you're doing this, you're going to want to really focus on your power. Focus on your power. And let me get these lit again. You need a well-ventilated area to have this much smoke. I have the doors and the windows open here in the witch cottage. Had to open another one. So you want to focus on the power. And remember that the insight gained, let me restate that. Insight is gained when you can be still, when you can be present in the moment. Be still. That results in knowledge. And the saying that knowledge is power? I don't always think so. I think that power is what you do with the knowledge. So you have to, so you're going to gain insight from the results, but you need to turn that knowledge into power and into wisdom. So that's what this is all about. This is all about sitting with it, being still with it, letting this burn out and do its magic. You can see how fast that's burning. And I'm going to watch it because it's got about another 1.5 inches before it hits that yarn. And I want to make sure that I don't have some kind of big, huge fire. I'm using my tray, as always. I like the tray. It's silver. It's not sterling, it's silver plated. And it reflects. It's like the moon. Whenever I charge something with the moon, I always sit it on a mirror because that gets everything. It surrounds it. It surrounds the power. And then you can always just add whatever you want to your power, to your magic. And I don't have to worry about, really, I am going to worry about this thread here, but I don't have to really worry about things spilling over. The candle has already melted and spilled over, but it's on my tray. Once that gets hard, it just flips right off. All of the herbs, everything here, they're safe. They go right out to the offering area outdoors. And then, of course, my tea lights, I'll let them burn out. And usually I throw them away. Now, sometimes I keep the little metal containers and I will reuse those for different things. So there you have it. A spell for future business, prosperity, wealth, success, health, the love, that you love what you're doing and that others will love it as well. And like I said, this is not her exact, and you notice that I didn't give you any words to say while you're doing this. I don't know what your ventures are. I don't know what your needs are, but be specific and be still with it. Sit with it for a moment. Put your power into it. Put your energy into it. And it'll come. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, any comments, anything that you'd like to add, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a note down there in the comments. If you liked it, subscribe. If you want to know when I post a video, hit that little thing that looks like a bell, that little icon that looks like a bell next to the subscribe button, and you'll get a little notification when I post. So there you go. I hope you like it, and I hope that her spell is going well. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.